Yo, what's happening, guys? How's everyone doing? Market's getting absolutely smacked today, guys. I'll be honest with you. So we're going to go over a lot of tokens. We're going to see potentially where we can get some spot positions, and also if we can potentially get a bounce. I haven't been trading that much this week, mainly due to the fact that it's just been super unclear, like the direction. And a lot of coins were just stuck in a range, but we did get a nice pullback today. You can check Path is actually up 76%, so I want to have a look and see what's happening there. But yeah, we're going to chat about potential setups. If you guys did just join the live, welcome. Make sure you guys give me some tokens to look at. What are you guys looking at today? Hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Bruno? And let's get straight into it, guys. I think it's gonna be a juicy one, yeah. So let's have a look. We'll first start with Bitcoin, and then we'll run it down. Okay, we'll go through Ethereum and everything else. Okay. So guys, let's have a look at Bitcoin quickly. We're gonna redraw everything here. So it's not looking good here for Bitcoin. I'll be honest with you guys. It's not looking good here for Bitcoin. But there is one important thing to look at for Bitcoin right now. We have this bullish fair value gap right over here. Okay. We have this bullish fair value gap right over here. Okay. So if Bitcoin loses this level today, guys, if Bitcoin loses this level at 109,200 right over here, 109,215, if Bitcoin had to lose this this level, I'm sorry to say, I think we're gonna come down more. Okay, Bitcoin has to hold this level here today, guys. I do think that it's possible to hold this level, but it's super important that we don't break through the zone. Okay, it's super important that we don't break through the zone. Okay, so we need price to hold this firstly. Okay, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see it's a very strong level. We have also a fair value gap sitting on the 4-hour time frame, which has been held. So price needs to hold this level here for Bitcoin. Okay, in order for me to take long for Bitcoin, would have to go to the lower time frames, but this is the bounce zone. Okay, we did have a whole bunch of liquidations in the last couple hours here. Have a look over here. It's been crazy. 24 hours, 350 million liquidations, which is crazy. And even in the last like 1 hour, there's just been a lot of liquidations to the downside, right? A lot of longs getting liquidated, a majority, right? So I think a lot of people are really long on the market, which is why we are getting this pullback. If we look at the lower time frames, you can see with Bitcoin, we did lose this channel over here, which is the first thing. This was the first key sign of weakness. So, I mean, generally, if I saw this was obviously this morning, right, when we were sleeping. But if price broke this level, we got a retest of this zone. It's going to be tricky for Bitcoin today. What I'd probably wait for here is, in order for me to look for longs, let's have a look at the 15-minute time frame. So what I want to see here is, I want to see some type of reaction, okay? So what I mean by that is, you can see right now the market's getting absolutely smashed, right? So what we need to see is, we need to see some type of structural break, right? So I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, this is bearish structure, right? So in order for Bitcoin to change structure and continue to the upside, we need to start seeing higher highs and higher lows. We need to start seeing a bit of a trend line to the upside. We need to see price break this high. So right now, there's just nothing really you can do here for Bitcoin. And I mean, I'm not going to take a short into a daily support, right? Because if you look at the daily time frame, within this red zone over here, this is where a lot of people are potentially looking for longs, right? Because we have a bullish fair value gap here. We have a massive retracement into these previous resistance levels over here. And if you look in the past, this is also where we got that breakout the other day as well. So there's no ways I'm looking to short Bitcoin right now. I mean, we could have shorted yesterday, but I mean, in terms of today, there's just no chance, okay? So I do expect Bitcoin to bounce from the zone within today, but the problem is, taking it long right now just doesn't make sense. We need a bit of a reaction, right? We need some type of bullish indication that we potentially can move higher here, okay? Does that make sense? What's happening, guys? What's happening, AJ? What's happening, Mohammed? What's happening, Q? XLM, please, of course. Darren, what's up? Mohammed. What's up, Sir Mast as well. What's happening, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so a little bit of a bloody day. I am, if you guys remember yesterday, I did post a setup for Rune. So I am in this trade, I'll be honest with you. I am still in this trade. I'm down. I put like a 3x leverage on this trade.
GPS signal lost.
I don't know what's happening there with my phone, but yeah, I mean, if Rune had to lose this level here on the daily time frame, guys, then we will probably close the setup, but I don't think it's going to. I think we should hold this level here for Rune. I'm probably going to add more today for this position. I'm expecting a bounce, guys. The market's super, but absolutely smashed, right? I mean, a lot of coins are down 67% on the day. I did enter around about 1.25. So I'm only down like 10% on the trade, which is fine. But yeah, I would expect a bounce here for Rune. I mean, the chart looks really good. I don't think we come lower here, but I could be wrong. If we do get a daily close below this level here, then I would be looking to... Oh wait, my screen's frozen. Classic. Alright, so what I'm looking at for Rune, basically, guys, this is the trade that I did post yesterday. So it was a setup over here. So 1.25. Basically, my stop loss is 1.818. So stop loss is like 1.818, just below here. I might even push my stop loss a little bit down. I'll let you know in the community, but I'm thinking about adding to this position depending on how Bitcoin plays out, because this is more of a swing trade. I'm prepared to hold this for a long period of time, right? But in terms of now, it's just, yeah, it's not looking so good, I'll be honest with you. But we'll see what happens. Let's have a look at XLM. Yeah, it's just crazy. The market is just getting absolutely smacked. I mean, if we look at XLM here, this is also not looking too great. It looks like XLM does want to come down here. We do have this level sitting right over here. This is something to look at, right? So we have multiple... Yeah, have a look at this zone. This is a beautiful zone that we could potentially get a bounce from for XLM. So basically, this level has been active as support in the past and resistance in the past as well. So can you see our price was support? We flipped into resistance over here, and then we flipped into support. So there is a potential for price to bounce from this level, okay? And this is the problem right now. Like, a lot of people are wanting to short the market because it's red. But the thing is, most coins are at support, okay? So I don't want to jump into any shorts right now. Although we are coming down, I just don't see it. I would expect price to bounce a little bit today. We do have PCE as well. We do have some data coming out, PCE a little bit later. So there could be a bit of volume then. But yeah, I think for XLM, what needs to happen here is we have to hold this level here. And then on the 1 hour time frame, what you want to start seeing is you want to see price do something like this, where we come down, we take out like these lows. We take out these lows to the left. And then we come upstairs here, and then we potentially look for longs on the retracement. As long as we start holding this structure over here. So I would want to see price take out previous lows. Then what I would want to see is I would want to see price start to make like a higher low, and then we break like this previous high over here, and then we could look for longs to the upside. Okay, so that's how you start to see, okay, price is potentially reversing from these levels. And there's just nothing that we can do right now in terms of taking a trade that we can look for longs, which if that makes sense. Long Pengu at 0.3. We can look at Pengu 0.3. Yeah, so this is my thoughts on Pengu, guys. I'm a little bit skeptical for Pengu. Nice, Darren. Yeah, Darren, that's a good choice. I mean, Pengu's in a difficult situation right now. I'll be honest with you guys. So Pengu, if you look at the chart here, this is the scenario, right? We are at support. This is why I'm saying, you know, every token right now is at support, which is a bit of a problem, because if we lose these levels, then Pengu has quite a big downside trap over here. I'll be honest with you. You know, we have a big move to the downside, but I do think that we're gonna hold, right? You said your stop loss is at 0. Let's have a look. 0.025. Okay, it's below that wick over here. I see. Yeah, just the problem is right now we are still holding support. Okay, that's fine. The thing is with me, I wouldn't enter long just because we're at support. You know, we have to see some type of reversal. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, we could easily take out these lows. Yeah. So like what I'd want to see here is like on the 5 minute time frame, I'd want to see So in order for like a reversal, we need to see like these highs start to get broken firstly, right? So like these previous highs right over here, I would want to see something like this where we can take out this high and then we look for continuation. But in terms of taking it along now, I mean, your stop loss is really, really far away. 0.025, so you should be fine. But yeah, in terms of taking it long right now, I'd want to see price take out these highs first, and then I'd be like, okay, cool, we can look for longs. But like that's the thing with most tokens right now. Like everything's kind of sitting at support. So even Ethereum, right? If we go to Ethereum, this is the thing with ETH right now. I spoke about it earlier. I said in the update, I said, okay, guys, well, ETH's coming down here. You know, potentially we get a bounce from the zone, or we don't, right? We don't hold the zone, and then we potentially lose this level, right? Like I said, I do think that we potentially get a bounce from here. Because if we look at liquidation, let's have a look over here. So as you can see with ETH, like it's taken out most of the liquidity to the downside. I remember yesterday there was a lot of liquidity sitting at like 4,390. So I do think that it's possible that we bounce from these levels, guys. I'll be honest with you, because most of the liquidity is above us now. The charts are looking like they've kind of reset back down to the lows. There is a potential that we do bounce from these levels, but the problem is, in order to take like a scalp trade, I need a little bit more confirmation, right? You know, I need to start to see something like this. So basically, we have this level here, these highs over here. You know, we literally just took out the lows right now, to the left hand side here. So what I'd want to see is, I'd want to see this level here. So I'd want to see price start to get back above there. Okay, 4,414, 4,420, around about that zone. Okay. Essentially, this is what you want to be looking for. You want to see price close above here. You know, potentially take out these highs, take out this order block over here, and then we look for continuation longs to the upside. The problem is, guys, I can't short these levels. We're at support, so you can't really short support unless we actually break support, right? So yeah. Any news? I'm still in the ADA setup. I am as well, yeah. I am also in ADA. I'll be honest with you guys. I think that I am still in ADA. I've got my stop loss below like these lows. I'm not really interested. Like, I don't really care. I think ADA is still good, guys. I honestly still think ADA is good. I'm down a bit. I put a 5x leverage, so I think I'm down like 20% on this trade. I will keep adding to this position. I'll be honest with you. I still think that it still looks good. Obviously, the market is coming down, but you know, we did take this on the weekly time frame. I still think that we're gonna get a bounce here. So we'll see. We'll see. There is news today. Yeah, there is news. We have news a little bit later. We have news at 2:30 p.m. So at around about, yeah, it's a couple hours, 4 hours from now. So it should be fine. It's not that big news, but it will affect the price of Bitcoin and also crypto. So we do have to obviously watch out for it. But in terms of just taking trades during news, just wouldn't do that, right? The thing is with Ethereum, guys, like Ethereum could even reset back down to 3,900, which would be insane, because we pretty much at all-time high, right? But SWE is almost in my buy zone. I've been waiting the whole week for this. I think we're gonna get it. I'll be honest with you. I think we will get it. I want to see SWE get to this level here. I'll be honest with you guys. I want to see SWE come down a little bit more here. 3.11 within this level here. I'll be looking to long. Yeah, but for now, I'm not really interested. But it's looking quite bearish, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, this is looking terrible. Yeah. Everything's just looking weak, eh? I want to have a look at Path because I don't know what's happening with Path, but it pumped 77%. Do you guys have any news on Path? Let me know. Jeez, like. Alright, so I mean, geez, so if you look at Path, I mean, it came all the way back to the trend line here, getting rejected. You could potentially look to short this level here. I don't know what happened.
Signal lost.
I don't know what happened here, but we are getting rejected exactly from that trend line, which is crazy. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. It's kind of looking bullish though, though. Yeah, does anyone have any news about Path, right? Let me know, because I don't know what's happening here. Don't know what's happening here. It's kind of looking good though. We can look for a breakout trade, I'll be honest with you. We could even look for something like this, right? Because there's a lot of buying pressure with Path right now. Potentially look at a breakout here. I mean, I wouldn't want to play a short here because obviously a lot of momentum to the upside. But the problem is it literally pumped exactly to the trend line and got rejected, right? So yeah, not too sure. But I would be looking at a breakout trade today. Yeah, Zora got smacked, eh? Yo, everything got absolutely melted, bro. Adopted by US government the same way as Link. I see what you mean. Okay. What are you thinking about Brett and Eigen? Jupiter, Fartcoin, Ondo. Can you look at CVX? Let's have a look at CVX, and then I'll go over all the other ones. CVX. Okay, so CVX, I mean, if we look at everything's reset, eh? Everything is reset. So, I mean, if we look at this right now, if we draw the fib from the low to the high, yeah, right? Let me just draw it properly, yeah? One sec. Yeah, so, I mean, for CVX, this is... We've just lost this key level here at 0.65. Your next key level is going to have to be this zone over here, I'll be honest with you. So, it's also a previous retest of the high as well. Yeah, I like this level here. This is a potential buy zone over here. So the problem is that, like, the thing is with most charts now, they're looking bearish, and like you guys are probably wanting to short. But the problem is some, like, not in this case CVX, but like Ethereum and like Cardano and all these other tokens are at support. So you can't, like, for me, I can't really take a short. But essentially, this is what you want to be looking at here. 3.078 for CVX. I mean, it looks bullish in terms of daily time frame, because if you look at this on the daily, this is still creating higher highs and higher lows, right? So we have higher high here, we have a low, a high. This is just a retracement for a potential bounce, right? So I think a lot of people are stressing, like, oh my god, the market's, you know, we're coming down. But the thing is, like, this is still bullish market structure, right? It's just it just looks a bit more hectic because it's on the daily time frame, right? So CVX is still looking quite bullish. The target for this trade, I mean, it will. You still have a bit of a downside target here, so you still have to dump like another 6%, which is a little bit crazy. But this is the only trade that I'll probably look at in terms of taking longs. I wouldn't take a long right now. I'd wait for price to come to like 3.078, and then we could look to long back up to like these $9 marks here. So this is something I'd probably look at for CVX, but expect like quite a big dump still for CVX. I still expect, like, you know, another 67% drop here. I mean, we broke support right now. The 1 hour time frame also broke. Yeah, it's just looking bearish, right? It's just looking bearish, I'll be honest with you. The US Department of Commerce announced that it will publish official second quarter GDP data on chain across 9 blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Tron, Stellar, Avalanche, Ultra. Polygon, POS, Optimism, Path Network has been tapped alongside Chainlink to verify. Okay, I see. And also Chainlink pumped yesterday as well. I think that was the whole thing as well. It reset pretty much the whole pump. But it did pump super hard yesterday. It was obviously because of that news. So, I mean, Chainlink's kind of in my level. Chainlink is... So yesterday I was waiting for price to like tap my zone. I was looking for like a potential bounce from this zone. So I do think that Chainlink has the potential to bounce from here, guys. So I will be looking at potential longs from these levels. And the thing is, a lot of people right now are just like too scared to be in the market. But we could potentially catch these positions, yeah, guys. Because the market doesn't just go down, right? You know, we do retrace to the upside as well, right? So there is a potential that we do get a bounce within today, which is why I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines waiting for like these lows to get taken, and then we look for the longs, right? So yeah, but yeah, everything's just looking absolutely horrendous. XRP also got smacked. I'll be honest with you, this thing. I was also waiting for price to break out of that level there. Let's have a look at Filecoin. Let's have a look at Filecoin, yeah. It is what it is, the market. It is what it... I mean, Filecoin just lost a key level. Filecoin just lost an absolutely key level here, I'll be honest with you. So, if we look at this with Filecoin, yeah, it's looking good. What's your analysis on virtual? Yeah, let's have a look at virtual as well. Check syrup, yeah, sure, I will. I'll check all the tokens here, guys. So let's have a look at this quickly for Filecoin. I actually bought some Filecoin. I put some limit orders. I put 4 limit orders from 0.77 to 0.71. So I've only got hit on 2 of them. So I am long on Filecoin, but it's more of like a spot position. I do expect us to bounce, although this is looking absolutely terrible. And if we do lose support here, we can come a little bit lower here to like 0.43. But I just don't see it happening. I think what's happening with the fear and greed index? Let's have a look at the fear and greed index. Those are probably stressing. It's neutral. I think tomorrow when it's going to be like below. So if you look at the last 3 months, whenever we're below like 50, we do get a bounce. You know, a lot of people actually trade the fear and greed index. It's quite funny. Like they'll literally be like, okay, we're below 50. I'm gonna place buys here, and then when we get back above like 70 or like back above like 80, they'll sell whatever they bought. A lot of people do that. I think it works quite well. So yeah, we are at around about 50. So it's neutral, nothing too crazy. I thought it'd be a bit lower. I think tomorrow it'll be a bit lower. Yeah, I mean, everything's just getting smashed here. Ethereum's breaking the lows. Yeah. Okay, well, so Filecoin, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm one of those traders, like, I'm not scared to add into these positions. GPS signal lost. So in terms of like, if I'm in a long position, especially like with Filecoin, this is more of a spot trade, but like for the Cardano trade, right? I'll be honest with you, I'm ready. I do think that this is going to play out eventually, right? So I'll just keep adding to this trade. It's probably like not the best idea, but in terms of, it's a low leverage long, right? It's like, it's a 3x to 5x leverage. I can afford to have my stop loss quite far, right? And if I keep adding, it's just going to lower my average cost. So I do think that Cardano has room for a lot more upside, but it's just the market getting smacked right now. This is another token I'm looking at, H-bar, guys. H-bar is also at support here. We have to hold this level. We have to hold this level here for H-bar. So there's a lot of tokens that are at support, and we have to hold, otherwise we're cooked. We are absolutely cooked. Short on XLM and H-bar. Yeah, I think there was a signal as well. I think Boris posted it. So he longed Jupiter. I mean, let's have a look at Jupiter. What is the NC? 0.5. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Welcome to the stream. If you guys did just join, welcome. We are looking at some potential trade setups there. I don't really see much for Jupiter. What is his reasoning? I think it's above his yeah, let's see. Virtual. I'll do virtual after this. No worries. So, I mean, yeah, I think Jupiter right now, I'm not really interested in taking that position because obviously we are resetting here. And we are losing quite a big trend over here. So if we look at this chart, okay, so the nice thing about Jupiter, we are still holding this level here, and we're also holding this support. Okay, so what I'd watch out for here for Jupiter, okay, is this is actually beautiful. Can you see this level that we're currently at right now on the 1 hour time frame? So we did break structure to the upside. We broke these highs over here. We didn't break this previous high over here, so that's something to note. This we didn't break this previous high, but there is a potential that we could bounce from this level here. So I would be interested in placing a long with stop losses below this level here, but I'd want to see the 15-minute time frame. Here we go. This is what I'd wait for. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. So this is going to be this will be a good setup. I'll be honest with you. This is more of a scalp trade, so we're going to change this color to. Let's have a change. Let's change this color. Yeah. Alright, so what I want to see here is potentially for Jupiter, if we can hold this level that we're at now, this trend line, we do need to hold it. I'll be honest with you. And then if we can close back above here, back above 0.52, I'd place a long with stop losses just below the lows. So this is the trade that I'd probably wait for, and then we can look to TP at these highs and stop loss just below here. So that's something I would wait for. But in terms of now, you know, if you guys are in this Jupiter trade, just watch this trend line over here on the 1 hour time frame. If we start losing this level, then probably exit. But yeah, I would look for something like that on the lower time frames for Jupiter. Okay, let's have a look at virtual. Let's have a look at virtual. Oh my god. Wait, guys. 1 second. I put some I put my chicken in the oven. And I quickly need to go check it out. 1 second, yeah. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I just need to go turn off the oven. 1 second. Alright, so I'm back. So basically guys, with virtual, yeah, I mean, the nice thing about virtual is we are actually at a key level, so like most tokens. So I think a lot of people are like stressing, you know, oh my god, altcoins, what's happening to the altcoin market, and I will have a look at Total 3 and others just to see, and then also Bitcoin dominance to see what's happening. But a lot of altcoins are at support, guys. So don't just look at a chart and be like, okay, well, this is just resetting from what the previous highs. You know, there is potential that we do bounce from these levels, guys. Even with this token here, virtual, we are at support here, guys. We do need price to hold though, obviously, right? So yeah, the thing is with virtual, I mean, we can't really look for shorts here. Jeez, like, I mean, the 1 hour is not looking good. We lost this previous low over here. You know, this is what we need to hold here on the 1 hour time frame. So essentially what you can look at here is we do need to see price. You can see, yeah, did price close above here? No, it didn't. So you can see our pricing close above this previous high over here, which is an issue, right? So what I would want to see is I would want to see like a reaction off this level here at around about 1.1. And then if we can start closing back above these high over here, then we can look at potential longs. But until then, I can't really take anything because structure needs to change in order to get the reversal, right? So I think a lot of people need to understand that, right? We need to obviously break structure to the upside in order for these reversals to happen, right? Cool, we can bounce from support, but in terms of getting like an actual bounce for like high levels, we need previous highs to be taken out, and all of that. So everything is kind of sitting at these key levels. But in order to take the longs, we do need a bit more confirmations. I'll be honest with you. So for virtual, yes, I do expect a bounce from this yellow box on the daily time frame. But can I see virtual coming down lower? Yes, I can. I can see virtual coming down to this level right over here. We should see some type of reaction off this level. We should see a potential bounce because Bitcoin is coming down to that daily level that we spoke about, guys, in the beginning of the live stream. So if Bitcoin were to lose 109,200, then we cooked. I'll be honest with you, then we are cooked. But this is on the daily time frame. So if we do lose this level on the daily, then I do expect Bitcoin to come down lower here, and it's not looking too good right now. But when it's not looking good, this is when people start panicking, and then they start selling, and then that's when all the institutions make their money, and the market makers. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, we have to hold these lows here, guys. We do have to hold these lows. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Let's have a look at Ondo. Chainlink as well, looking for that. Path, not much. Cardano, we are still in that. Yeah, so Ethereum just lost that level. So I mean, Ethereum lost this level here on the 1 hour as well. We are holding this low though, right over here. So that is a good sign. Okay, so the whole thing now for Ethereum, guys, the whole thing now for Ethereum is, so essentially wicks need to be held, right? So if you get a candle close below this wick over here, like if it closes below this wick, like the next 1 hour candle, then I'll be like, okay guys, we're probably going to retest and come lower. But as long as we stay like respecting this low over here for Ethereum, and we close respecting this wick, then it's fine. But the moment we close below this wick on the 1 hour time frame, that is when you should be like, okay, I'm looking for sells if we come up and retrace. You can't really even look for buys anymore because we did break like the structure to the downside, right? So I would like to see something like this happen, but we'll see. Nothing really to do now though for Ethereum. Yeah, this was my trade the other day that I took on the live stream. I remember this. We entered a long over here, and then it missed TP by like a little bit, but I remember closing most of the trade as well. But yeah, it's back down to the level that we took the long at, which is crazy. So, I mean, Ondo right now, it's just not looking good. I'm actually gonna move this support to here. Yeah, guys, a lot of tokens have to bounce. I'll be honest with you. This is the last level of defense for everything. If we don't bounce from these levels, then we're gonna come lower, right? We do need a bounce. Same thing with ETH, right? I do think that we bounce from these levels here for Ethereum. We'll see. We'll see. Check syrup. Oh yeah, syrup. Let's have a look at syrup. CYR. Yeah, have a look at syrup. I mean, syrup's forming a massive. Yo, I'm so hungry, bro. Syrup's forming this huge little wedge over here. We obviously found support right over here a couple weeks ago. Have a look at this level. It's a super strong level here for syrup. This is your ultimate buy zone for syrup within this zone. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. It looks like my screen just absolutely froze here. So essentially what I'm looking at is for syrup, I want to see price. Yeah, we have to get back above this level here. So the whole thing with syrup is in order for me to even go long here, we do need to get price back above this level here. And I know you guys are probably like wondering, well, oh, why is he only looking for longs? Well, I can't really look for shorts now when everything's at support, right? We could have only really taken shorts yesterday. So I do want to see syrup above this level here. Because as you can see with syrup, you can see the price getting rejected here multiple times. Multiple times. So we need price to take out the highs. And then we can potentially look for longs on the retest to take out these highs to the left. and then we also have highs to the left hand side as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for that.
GPS signal lost.
Yeah, but it's tricky. It's tricky right now. It's all about just having patience and waiting for the right setups here. Let's have a look at the 5 minutes. You can see things are dumping here. Yo, been taking a beating this week. I'll be honest with you guys. I am interested in taking this path along today as well, though. Because think about it. So essentially, I'll show you guys the setup now. But basically, obviously, path got that massive pump, right? The longer we consolidate here, and then what I would wait for is a potential breakout here. Because let's just say Ethereum and everything bounces off these support levels that we just spoke about, then path potentially could pump as well, right? Because it's obviously really bullish right now. We did break previous highs. The only issue with hype is, path. The only issue with path is that we are still below this trend line over here. If you look, even if you look at the weekly time frame as well, the weekly time frame could easily get rejected from this previous high as well. So we shall see. I'll let you guys know though. I'll let you guys know if I do take this. Bonk Pepe. Bonk and Pepe. Yo, Bonk. Let's have a look at Bonk. Whoosh. Oh, that's under, my man. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing as the other setup, right? Everything wants to reset these lows. .0.0001827. This is the level. You know what I think is gonna happen here, guys. I think that everything's gonna reset here, and you're gonna have one opportunity to get in, right? If you're gonna miss out, this is gonna be the last time that you can potentially get into these tokens at these prices, right? So even with Bonk right here, I'm expecting price to come down a little bit lower, yeah. But this is where I'll be looking to potentially look for a long, and then we can potentially play the breakout all the way back up. I mean, this is a huge pump here, around about a 240% move to upside. I do think that this is the last retracement before we see that pump. Bonk did break structure to the upside. Obviously, we're coming down here on the daily time frame, but everything is still bullish in terms of structure, right? This is could potentially just be a higher low, right? We do also have a trend line sitting over here that we could even potentially draw. But we'll see. I would want to see Bonk potentially get a bounce with this 0.0011827 level. I think this is clean. We'll just have to wait, be patient for that. We should, and we think about it, like we have previous support as well. Massive support here, guys. Huge resistance. What I would suggest is just putting like limit orders in these levels, because think about it, if we get like a massive spike to the downside, and if you're a manual trader like me, just put some limit orders, and then you can just chill. You know what I mean? You don't have to look at the chart the whole day. If you have limit orders and you have your plan set, and then you can take these levels. So I'm actually liking the look of this. I want to post this. But yeah, we do have to come down a little bit more. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. So this is something I'd watch out for. Bonk. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I mean, the thing is right now with the market, guys, we just have to be super careful. Which is why I'm not really in any scalp trades right now, because I mean this just got absolutely wrecked. Let's have a look and see what's happening here. Okay, so firstly, the first thing that we have to note is we couldn't break above 1.07 trillion. Like, this was the key level I've been speaking about for a long time right now. Okay, let's have a look at the point of control, see where it's sitting at now. So the point of control is at 1.03. Okay, so like, guys, we have 2 hours and 46 minutes. So this is going to be the deciding factor for today. If price were to close below here, I think alts can definitely come down. If price closes respecting this point of control slash the $1.03 trillion mark, then I would be placing longs on most altcoins. So 2 hours and 46 minutes is going to be critical for the market. So I'm probably going to wait for that. And that's pretty much coinciding with news. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've got today, guys. I do think that we have to just be patient and wait for these setups to occur. But I do appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys want to join the community, let me know. I do have the just DM me on Instagram, sorry, Telegram, and I'll add you guys to the community. We are there to help each other learn how to trade, and also, you know, just give guidance, you know, in these weird times in the market, right? Because, you know, what is actually happening. And I think the whole thing is just make sure you're managing your risk correctly, right? If you're in a trade right now and you're in drawdown, you know, you shouldn't be having emotional feelings towards a trade. You should just be like, okay, you know, this is the trade that I'm in. If it hits this level, then okay, I'm fine with the loss. Or if it hits this profit, I'm fine with the profit, right? Rather work in percentages than actual value in terms of money, right? That's what I've realized in terms of, and that's what actually helped me. Because if you start be like, oh, I'm gonna lose $100, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna lose $50, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna gain $200, yeah. Like, that starts to get to your head. If you just be like, oh, I'm losing 0.5% on this trade, like, that to you is like, doesn't even sound that bad, you know what I mean? And then I'm gaining 2% on this trade, you know. But it's actually, if you think about it like that, it works really well. But yeah, that's pretty much what that's what I've got for the day. I do think that we come down a little bit here, and then we bounce. I do think we're going to see a bounce today though, guys. So just stay focused and lock in. All right. I appreciate everyone for joining. Thanks so much for being here.